Hey, Algebra 1 students, it's great to welcome you to week 3. I want to go over a couple of things with you uh, specifically about this week. So, week 3, you're finishing up linear functions and the different forms of linear functions. You'll see that um, the midpoint of the unit is a mastery section where you get to choose how you're showing your mastery. So there's a game, a project, and then some word problems. And then the second half of the week covers systems of equations. You have an exam, believe it or not, we're almost halfway through the course. So your first term 1 exam will be next week. In order to prepare for that, you have a couple of things that you'll need to complete. So the first is 3.17, which is the proctor information. Your proctor is basically an adult who will supervise you taking the exam. In order to get that information to me, you'll click on the proctor information form, which will bring up this information, and you'll just fill in your name, your proctor's name, and any information that's needed in the form. The proctor information is really important because that's the person who will get the password for the exam. So, in order to take the exam, you need to have your proctor information submitted to me so that then I can share the exam information with them. You'll also notice that, going back, that in week 3, there is, there we go, uh, review material for your first exam. The good news is that you've already done a lot the heavy lift. You've done a lot of the work in terms of learning the material. So now it's about reviewing, and reviewing can mean different things for different people. The most important part is that you are practicing the math. So either redoing problems or making your own problems or finding problems online or swapping problems with a friend, but it is not enough just to read through your notes. You actually need to do the math. And that's outlined here. And there are some tips for studying. Again, the information for your proctor, and some information about the materials. And then there are a bunch of web links for worksheets on specific topics. So you can pick and choose. They all have answer keys. So that's just one place to get started. But again, you could go back to work we've already done. You could make problems. You can find material on Kahoot and Quizlet. You should definitely also review your notes. And so, speaking of notes, I want to show you an example now that you've had a couple assignments where you're taking notes. So, this is one student's submission for the notes, and it's actually a video, so you can see it covers 3 pages. And what I wanted to highlight is the way the notes are organized, right? So, the student made use of color to organize the notes. And it's clear kind of what the key vocabulary is because she starred them all. And then move over to the next one. Um, the worked examples are really nicely laid out. The steps are there, and then the explanation for the steps. So, why you're doing those moves. And then the last page has information about the words that go with different symbols for inequality. So, they're very thorough, they're clearly organized, and that will be really helpful when you go back to review for the exam. So I hope this feels helpful to you. I am here to answer questions, so please do reach out if you have any. Otherwise, I will see you guys soon, and take care.